and welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Kayla Rundle, if you do not know me. I am currently, again, back at GPI, which is otherwise known as Guanti Performance Innovations. It is in Jacksonville, Arkansas, 10 miles north of Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm here for 40 days, building my car with them. And we're at the very beginning stages of building the car, so we wanted to do a baseline tune. Currently, my car is making 466, 433 from Cortez Performance, which is based out of Tempe, Arizona. I got this car tuned about 2 years ago through them, and the car did make 466, 433. So we're gonna tune it here in Arkansas to see what it is gonna make here. Maybe it'll make a difference. Hopefully it shouldn't. And then we're gonna get Guanti Performance, or GPI, to retune my car to see how big of a difference they can make. The car is on 93 octane as well. In Tempe, Arizona, it was on 91, but we're gonna do a baseline tune. Then we're gonna retune it and figure out what the car will make from GPI's tuning here. Since they do offer tuning and they do have remote tuning on Guanti Performance, the website, I will have all the links down below. But let's get this thing tuned up. I'm really excited to see what it'll make out here in Arkansas. It's quite hot. It's like 90 degrees, even though it's cloudy and very, very humid. This car originally got tuned at around 2,000 elevation in Arizona with very dry weather. So we'll see if the weather makes a difference with the base tune. I'm excited to hear her as well.
Oh, I'm Ben. I work at GPI. I do most of the tuning here in-house. Basically, we're just kind of trying to get an idea of where we're at before we start. You know, some cars, they make more, they make less with the same stuff on them. We'll know exactly what this one's going to make before we do the mods, and then you know exactly how much horsepower they will work. You can't ever guarantee the same outcome on different cars, but you should be able to get close to the same results, whether the final numbers are the same or not.
From the previous tune in Arizona?
Right, yeah, just kind of making sure everything is the way we want it to be, the way I would set it up normally. And then, you know, if I need to do a little tweaking on the tune-up just to get a good baseline number the way we would do it, we'll do that. But it should be pretty simple, 2 or 3 pulls, and we'll be done for today anyway.
Heck yeah, easy enough. I don't know much about tuning, but anything you found that's wrong so far? Or
No,
looks
nothing that's
good?
wrong. Stuff is set up a little bit different, I'm assuming, for the autocross stuff versus what we would normally do for like drag racing stuff. You know, the rev limiter is a little bit more conservative, things like that. But no, mostly just the same stuff you always see. Tuners do a little bit different stuff here and there, just kind of their styles and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it's hard to ever say something's wrong. If a tuner says something's wrong, it's really wrong.
It's not
like,
good
it
at
could
all.
be bad. Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah, let's make some noise and see what happens.
Heck yeah. It's gonna be so loud. Behind my own car, and that is so loud. I was jumping. I saw it almost, I think it hit 470. Let's see what it made. Made 494. That's like 20 more horsepower here than in Arizona. Alright, you want to give input about the first pull?
Yeah, it did good. I mean, it's pretty standard for what we've been seeing. With this weather around here the last couple of weeks, we've actually done 3 or 4 of these that, you know, manuals and automatics differ a little bit, but they're generally between 480 and 500 somewhere.
That's impressive.
On these type of setups. I don't actually know, do you have cylinder head work done on this one?
None.
Or are they factory heads?
All factory.
Okay. And then, yeah, so I'm gonna make a couple of little tweaks, see if I can pick the torque up, down low just a little bit. It was kind of fat down through there. May help the tip in for the autocross stuff if you're not wide open all the time. It's kind of a different tuning strategy for some of the road course guys and the autocross guys. So it may not always make the best looking dyno sheet, but it will drive better for what you're trying to do with it.
So it's not a gradual up curve, you're saying?
See how it's got that little dip in it right there around 4,000 RPM? Yeah. That's kind of what I'm going to try to get out of it.
Okay.
But when we get done, we'll drive it on the road and try to simulate that and see if it may need that fuel in it right there for some sort of tip-in spot to clean that up.
Yeah.
And so I would rather have it feel good driving than look good on a piece of paper.
I prefer that as well.
Right, exactly. So sometimes you give up some to get another one. Just most of the time, you don't have to try to explain it to people. You know, they just get the car back and it drives good, and they say thanks.
True. Now it's so fast. Some black smoke come out of my exhaust. We blew up the engine, it's okay. Oh, so close to 500. 499. So close. So we were trying to flatten out the foot-pounds curve, and it only raised it by 5 foot-pounds across the entire curve. So it surprisingly didn't flat out too much. But we're only 0.7 horsepower away from hitting 500 on the current setup. And it's crazy. I didn't think this car would be able to make 500, but it's awesome being tuned into Arizona because I could tell people I make less power, and then I get on the road and I make like 50 more horsepower just because of the air, which is insane. This car is actually surprising me. I'm really excited to see after everything we do with the car what it'll make. So hopefully 550, 600, maybe more, we'll see. But do you think we can just get 0.7 more horsepower out of this car? And I didn't even realize my red line, it was at like 6,800-ish, almost 7,000 RPMs. He pushed the red line a little bit to like 7,100, 7,200 RPMs. So it actually brought out the power more, and then it brought the peak power even further out, ever so slightly. You did it. You added 1.2 horsepower.
It did. It got there.
Are you gonna add more, or what's the?
No, I'm good with it there. I'm just kind of playing. I get real picky about startup stuff sometimes, so I'm gonna play with that a little bit. Really for no reason.
It's so
we're
delayed.
about to change the entire motor, but
yeah, I was gonna say we're taking it all out.
My OCD, you can't talk to it some days.
Awesome.
I got a blower C7 vet that's got to go on here this afternoon.
Oh, that'd be fun. Heck yeah. So are you gonna do not another pull, or are you just fixing the startup?
No, I'm gonna write this tune file and then I'll go ahead and get the straps and stuff off of it.
Awesome. Sweet.
Hell yeah.
I guess I'm going for a ride in this C7 that GPI built. I think it has like 800 wheel, if not 860 wheel, something like that. Probably one of the fastest cars I've been in, so it'd be fun. I never go for rides for other people because I don't trust anyone driving. Get on it on this ramp.
Oh, we'll get on the road and make sure clear in front of us. This thing covers ground super fast. Super fast. This is a 2017 Grand Sport. Our basic drop-in piston rod package. Our Stage 1 LT cam. Then a Magnuson 2650 supercharger. It's only 85 and it has methanol injection. We just did some stuff to the methanol. Fixed a couple little small issues. Replaced the pump, and we're about to give it a road test.
Reliable and quick.
Yeah. Yes.
Heck yeah.
It made 886 or 887
Holy moly.
yesterday. So, and like 850 torque.
Jeez.
And it hits really, really early. It certainly would be better if it had dedicated drag wheels and stuff on it. I think he's kind of looking around for some of that stuff, but mostly what he does is like highway pulls and stuff like that. So.
Oh, okay. Just has fun on the streets.
It works well for what he does, for sure.
Yeah.
The nice thing is the car is so mellow and so quiet.
It felt really comfortable. It didn't felt like crazy aggressive or.
It's crazy because it drives so much like a stock C7 until you put your foot in it, and then it has an attitude adjustment. For sure.
All the power. Do you always recommend doing the pistons and rings when you put like a supercharger on one of these?
Yeah, the LT engines are a little fragile. You can run a little boost on them for a little while, but you know, if you ever get bad fuel or anybody misses the tune-up or
yeah,
you know, oil control issues like bad PCV plumbing or anything that will let oil into the combustion mixture, and you detonate the engine, it's gonna break a piston. They're a little bit more fragile than the LS engines are. Yeah, the fuel looks pretty clean. The car was in pretty good shape. Everything was pretty good. It just had an issue with the methanol pump. Previously, we were having to reprime it.
Felt really good. It didn't feel scary whatsoever. But I've never been in a C7, so I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
these cars
are pretty comfortable, so they're kind of deceiving on how.
They look super aggressive from the outside. Ah, see, this is how you know you're going. It slows down. Are you doing a lower pull, like 30?
I'm gonna roll into the throttle and try to be all in by about 60.
Felt pretty good.
Nice. AC time.
So that's fast, but it's not fast enough to get like the blood out of my feet. Like,
no, it's not that fast. I've ran 60 to 130 in this car before we changed the methanol stuff around, and it went with me and Alan in the car on a very similar day, a warm day like today. It went 5.41 seconds, 60 to 130. It always battles a little spin on the initial hit, you know, down low.
Yeah.
The torque it makes, but it's reasonably quick.
It's a lot of torque. Usually the torque's like way lower.
Yeah, it's a lot of torque. What's crazy is I can start that pull in third gear and it goes just as fast as it does in second gear, I think, just because the torque is
it's awesome.
So strong down in that lower RPM.
Well, thanks for the ride.
Yep, awesome. Thanks for helping.
Here's your laptop.
Yes.
That was a blast. I just wanted to give you guys a quick baseline tune video so we can really see the difference of the mods I have currently on my Camaro versus what we're gonna do when we get the whole new 416 in there, and the heads and the max effort package. I'm hoping for 570, maybe 600, since I am doing E85. It'll be interesting to see, but we have to do a baseline so we can really tell the power differences, and it also helps you guys to figure out what you guys want to do on your own cars. I will have all the Guanti performance links down in the description, and I'm kind of bummed I won't be able to drive my car for a few weeks, but I'm getting the engine block and everything powder coated in a really pretty color, which is going to be slightly different than the other colors. I don't think I want to tell you guys yet. Lots of things coming. I have tons of parts here. But thank you for watching this quick dyno tuning video. I know a lot of you guys like seeing that and how loud the car is. Sounds so good. And again, my car just has the GPI SS3 camshaft, the Melling oil pump, the BTR valve springs, Cook's long tube headers, no cats, with the NPP exhaust, which actually came on the performance package for the SS. So I haven't bought an aftermarket exhaust yet. But I'm pumped he got 500 out of it, so 466 from Cortez all the way up to 500 horsepower here at GPI. And they do have remote tuning options available on their website with the HP Tuner's device. Or you can bring it in and get it dyno tuned here and get some work done, just like I'm doing all the way out in Arkansas. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys have an amazing day or night or whatever time it is. And I will see you guys in the next episode when we start ripping this motor out. Peace.